How long has it been since you made a good potato salad? It's been a while for me. But I'm going to make one today. I am. Listen, I want to thank all of you who came from so far away. It was far to me. For the benefit that we had the other day. Y'all, they came from, I had some from Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia, Florida, and Mississippi. I didn't have any further north than that. And of course, they came from Alabama. But y'all, we just had the best time, and I met some of the most wonderful people. And the benefit was a success. And I got to hug a lot of necks, and we took lots of pictures. And I'll show you some of the pictures that, well, I didn't actually take any. They took all the pictures. I've got these russet potatoes, and that's the ones I'm going to peel to go in my potato salad. I'm going to have this for tomorrow at lunch, and so I just want to go ahead today and get it done. But I'm going to put all my peelings in the my mulch pad. Do y'all do that? And how long has it been since you made a good potato salad? And I'm going to peel this whole bucket of these things. And what I do is I cut mine up in cubes. I've already washed them. They're nice and clean. And I'm going to cut them up in cubes. I do like this. I cut it down through the center. And I cut it down through the center. Like that. And then I hold it over my pot and I just cut it in cubes. And it really doesn't take very long. I like my potato salad warm. Oh, I've got a story to tell y'all about potato salad because it's so cute. And some of you have already heard it because you've been watching me a long time, so you've heard it before. But George and I used to have a lodge, and we did weddings and things. Well, on one of the weddings, and I'd hire little girls from our church to come and keep the buffet stocked because I was in the kitchen cooking all this stuff for the wedding, so I couldn't watch the buffet very well. They did that and took the food out there as I was cooking it. But anyway, so this particular bride wanted warm potato salad. Now, what that means is that she wants it fresh made. She does not want it put in the refrigerator. She just wants warm potato salad. That means you boil your potatoes, mix everything together, and serve it right then. That's what she wanted, and that's what I fixed her. So one of the little girls that was helping me, I told her, I'm not even gonna call any names, but she'll know if she sees. She'll know if she sees this that it was her. I said, darling, I had boiled a bunch of eggs to go in the potato salad. We were serving about 300 people, and I said, save about 5 or 6 of those eggs out because I want to decorate the top of my potato salad with that. She said, yes, ma'am. So I went about my cooking, and she went about peeling the eggs and doing what she had to do. And so when she got through, she decorated the top of the potato salad that I had already made, and she took it out to the buffet. Now, I had it in a giant, beautiful punch bowl. That thing was this big around. I mean, y'all, we made, for 300 people, you had to have a lot of potato salad. So anyway, I had saved out some, just to make the top look pretty and put in a few little, celery leaves on top, make it look good. So anyway, she decorated, went out and took it outside of the buffet. Well, in a little bit, I decided I better go out and just check the buffet. And by that time that I went out, there were already people coming in for the wedding and everything. And so there were people gathered around that buffet. Well, I looked over at that potato salad in that gorgeous crystal punch bowl. And there sat on the top of that potato salad 6 beautiful boiled eggs, nicely peeled. The whole thing just sitting on there. Well, Chloe, I was going to cut them up in little circles and put them around, make them look pretty. Well, I couldn't just go over there and jerk the eggs off the top of the potato salad. There was really nothing I could do. It was too late. So I just left them. I left the things there. And I thought afterwards, you know what? I bet those people that came through that line said, oh my word, they even gave us a whole boiled egg. You know, I think about that, and it really is funny to me. It's funny to me. But that sweet girl, she is married now. She has 4 children of her own. And so she's busy cooking all the time, I imagine. I loved her so much. She's just a sweetheart. But you know, when you ask children to do things, you've got to assume that they know what they're doing, and don't assume it, because they don't know. They're waiting for you to teach them how to do. I'm going to finish cutting this up, and then we're going to go to the next step. Okay, y'all, I've got all our potatoes cut up. It was a good bit. And what I do is I rinse them off again. I just toss them into some good clean water and rinse them off. And then drain this water out. And I put cold water over mine, and I'm going to put 6 eggs in it. And yes, I let them boil at the same time. And when the potatoes are done, the eggs will be done. And I'm going to lay them in here real easy. Like this. And I'm going to cover my potatoes with water and my eggs, so it will look like this. It's no use of boiling 2 different pots or something. So I'm going to put this over here on the eye. I'm going to turn it on, and I am going to salt it while it's cooking. And during that time, I'm going to cut up the stuff that I'm going to put in it. Okay, y'all, I like a few peppers in mine, and here's what you can do. You can put a red pepper like I'm doing. You can put a green pepper, or you can put several of those little sweet peppers that you get in that bag. All of those are good in your potato salad. I'm going to choose the red today because I want it to be kind of colorful. I'll tell you something my mother used to put in hers, and I like that too, is pimento, a little jar of pimento in your potato salad. That is delicious. So when you're making yours, if you make one today, know that you can just put whatever you want to in your potato salad. But I do like eggs in mine, and I'm going to cut all the white out of that pepper. I don't want that. And so I'm going to put this red pepper in my bowl. Now I always cut mine in strips like this. And then I folded it together and cut it in little bitty cubes. And that's how I do it. But you do it however you want to. You're the queen of your kitchen. Did you know that? You are the queen of your kitchen. That means you can do whatever you want to in there. You can do whatever you want to in your kitchen. And I'm going to do what I want to in my kitchen. Which I want to make some potato salad. I'm also going to make some other things for our meal tomorrow. But I can't show you but one thing at a time. In other words, I'm going to have several things baked and cooked for my meal. But I'll just show you one every day till I can get them all in, because they wind up being really long. After you've done that and cut them this way, you can just hold them like this in a little stack like that. Tight, and then start at the end and just do this. And you're going to put little bitty squares, and you'll be done with that. Anyway, we had a really good time at the Kiwanis Center today. Signed a ton of books for people that brought their books, and some people bought their books. And that was a good thing, because they were missing one. Like somebody would come in, they'd have book 3 and 2, and they didn't have 1, or they had 1 and 3 and didn't have 2, and so they got to complete their set today. And you would not believe the men that just loved their wives cooking. They were so excited. And I had my picture made with several men that just wanted a picture. And they said, Miss Brenda, we listen to you all day because our wife's got you on, so we listen too. And there were some children that came in today that their mama and grandmama was teaching them how to cook. So I thought that was good. Here's what I'm putting it in. I'm putting it in this bowl first. And then when I get everything in there, the potatoes will be done in a little bit. And we'll see while the potatoes are cooking, you can do something else, can't you? You surely can. I like celery in mine. Do y'all like celery in your potato salad? Get your strings off. I've got some new followers. I think I got, last night I got like, I don't know, maybe it was a couple of hundred more followers. And so they may not know about strings on celery. But you sure don't want to be a potato salad and get a string on there. No, no, no. Oh my goodness. Y'all are a hoot. There's your string. See there? You just barely get up under it like that and then twist it and pull, and you're going to get all those old strings off of it, okay? I think that's good enough. And then here's my last one. I'm going to put 3 of these in there. I'm sorry that some of you couldn't come today, and that's okay. There'll be other book signings and other times, and I know a lot of you are too far away to do that. Today, the books that I carried, like I say, I had Julie Wells was there with me. She was helping me on one end of the table while I was on the other, and that worked out good. So on this one, I do the same thing. Long skinnies. I like to hear potatoes right before they boil. They just kind of, I don't know, they just sound good. The stove kind of getting hot over there. They had a bake sale today too. I didn't get a chance to go look at anything because I had to sit at the table I was assigned to. So I saw everybody going and looking at all those baked goods. They look delicious. But I couldn't get over there to it. Could not do it. All right, I'm going to finish up this celery and I'll be right back. Okay, I've got them all cut in strips. Like that. And cut it in half. Pull this half up there with that half. And start cutting. Don't cut big old hunks, just cut little ones. Your family would be proud that you cut little hunks. Little pieces. I see a few strings in there. I'm going to have to get them out before I put them in that bowl. There's like one right there. I just don't want them in there, y'all. I am for certainly going to bed at 8 o'clock tonight. I am worn slap out. I'm going to put my toes under that sheet. And I'm going to say, thank you, Lord, for a good bed. Thank you, Lord, for air conditioning. Thank you that I can close my eyes and rest. It is a blessing, y'all. There's some people that can't rest at night. They've got their mind on something else. And they just cannot, they can't rest. Sometimes I don't put onion in my potato salad. But today, I am. And I'm only going to put 1/3 of this onion in there. I don't want much. I just want a little bit of that good crunchy flavor. So I'm going to take this 1/3 of this onion off. Maybe 1/4 of it, really, because that's a big onion. I'm going to make some baked beans after a while. And so I'll show you that on a different video. I'm going to turn my potatoes down just a little bit. All right, let's cut us up a little bit of an onion. I'm going to cut these real little too because I don't want a big old hunk of these. I just want the flavor of this. Okay. We want this real tiny. Did y'all used to go to family reunions and they'd have potato salad? I remember that. I'm not having barbecue with mine. I'm going to have a ham. I'm cooking another ham. That's what I'm going to be cooking. I bought it a few days ago to cook, and I never did cook it. I had so much other stuff, I couldn't cook that. See how fine that is cut up? That's what we want. Okay. Now then, I'm going to put in a little bit of pickles. This is your pickle relish. Right here. Maybe 2 big forkfuls. Maybe just a little extra. And this was given to me today, and I've already washed it up to use it. It is a homemade wooden spoon, and isn't it beautiful? And y'all, it's just as smooth as it can be. It's handmade. Mix your pickles, all your stuff up together right there. See, this is easy. While your potatoes are cooking, you can do all this other part. And honey, you got it ready. I'm going to put in some mayonnaise, if I can get it open. And I'm not going to put a whole lot of mayonnaise because I'm not sure how much I'll need. I'm just putting a little bit in there to get it kind of going. I'm going to put 2 spoonfuls, and that's it. And then when the potatoes get ready, then we'll put in more as needed, okay? I'm just kind of getting it started. But isn't that spoon pretty? I'm so excited to get it. It's always amazing to me how talented some people are. I mean, just think about the work that went into that. And the hours, and the finding the wood, and all that stuff. I mean, it's wonderful. God has given everybody different gifts, and He's given them talents, and they're not the same thing. If you read in your Bible, the gifts are totally different. I just had to have a bite of mayonnaise. I'm going to get me a cracker over there after a while. I think I'll do it right now. Let me do it. Would y'all like to eat a mayonnaise cracker with me? If you have never eaten a mayonnaise cracker, honey, you have missed out, let me tell you. I got some of these little Lance crackers. And all you do is get you a little mayonnaise and you put it on that cracker like that. It's so good. They're not tender yet. I'm going to turn them down just a little bit more. I'm going to wait on it. My grandchildren, when they used to stay with me at night when they were little, when their parents would go somewhere or do something, they'd stay with me. After George and I went to bed, they tell us, they said, Big Mama, after y'all went to bed, we got out the mayonnaise and the crackers, and we sat at the kitchen table and we ate mayonnaise crackers. I remember one time William ate so many, he just about got sick. He ate so many. I love it. Be back in a minute. Tasted a potato. They're done. Let's get them off and put them in our colander and drain them good. But before we do that, I want to get my eggs out because they're down in there. I want to get them out. So let's get our eggs out. We put them in this little bowl right here. We did 6 of them. They're scalding hot, I know that. Okay, there's our boiled eggs. Set those right here for just a second and pour our potatoes up in our colander. I'm gonna drop this thing, sure as the world, if I'm not careful. Okay, y'all, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let this drain a while and cool a while, okay? So I'm just gonna sit it right here in this and put it over here out of the way. And then I'm gonna take this bowl and we are going to put some water in it to do our eggs in, or cooler eggs anyway. I'm gonna get these a little bit cool before I put them in that bowl. I've got my cold water running on them. And as they do this, I'm gonna be cracking them a lot. Just crack them a whole bunch. And that cold water running over them. All right, new followers, if you're making deviled eggs, stuffed eggs, whatever you call them, this is how to do your eggs to get them to peel easy. Make sure you don't skip on the water. All right, now then, I'm going to put them in this bigger bowl that can actually hold some water. All right, and it's cold water. Now we're going to peel them, and I'm going to show you how to do that. All right, so we've got a bowl of eggs in water. Take your thumb that you've already cracked them and just gently work it around a little bit. And there's a membrane under there. So start pulling off just anywhere, right here. Not with your fingernail, just rubbing it like that. And get up onto that membrane, and there's the membrane. And when you get up onto that membrane, honey, I'm telling you, then you're home free. Then you're home free, y'all. All right, it's done. And I'm gonna rinse it off and set it to the side. Okay, let's do another one. Now this water that's in here, that's important. It works like a lubricant. So when you're doing that, if you'll stick that back down in that water if you're having a problem, and I'm telling you, the water will get up onto that membrane. Once you get under that now, you're all right. Keep wetting it. There we go. We got it. We're onto the membrane now. See, that way it just peels off like that. You don't want to have to peck it off. And remember, you want your eggs to be kind of old. In other words, you don't go to the store and buy you a dozen eggs and come home and think you're going to make a dozen deviled eggs. Get your eggs maybe a week ahead of time. Let them sit in the refrigerator and get a little age on them. I think age is good on things, especially on old women. Old women like us, or like me. Some of y'all that are watching are real young, and you look how easy that one was. And you're trying to learn how to do it. And you get so disgusted trying to peel an egg. Well, get an old egg, cook it just like I showed you, and use that water. Use the water. And I'm telling you, it'll work. It will work. We're fixed to cut these up and put in our salad while our potatoes are cooling. Sometimes if you put your potatoes right in it, right that second, they want to tear up. And I'm not making cream potato salad. I want some chunks in mine. This one's a little harder. I can't find them. There it is. There it is. All right, there we go. I want chunky potato salad. And when I'm doing creamed potatoes, I don't want any chunks in it. I want it creamed. All right, so here are eggs. Let's get over here now, and we'll move y'all over to this side. Okay. Y'all, I don't know if this is an old wives' tale or if it's really true, but somebody told me one time when you're cutting up eggs, to do it with a stainless steel knife instead of one like I've got, just a steel. They said it'll turn dark if you don't, but I've never noticed it. I cut mine in fourths, and then I'm gonna do like this. That's it. Cut down and cut down, and then just do like that. You got it. As Cher used to sing, "You got me, babe." Y'all remember that song? I used to like to watch Sonny and Cher. Listen to their music. I was young then. She got old and I got old. She didn't lose her figure and I did. Oh, Lordy. Listen, I know it's hard on some of you mamas out there when you've got kids that won't eat this and they won't eat that and they're picky and it doesn't do this, that. Don't worry about them. Just cook what you want. If they're hungry, they'll eat it. Cook them a variety of stuff. All right, now we're going to put our potatoes in. And what we're going to do now is we are going to fold this in. We are not going to stir it. And I'm sure I'm going to have a little bit more mayo in it. But right now, I'm just going to flip it a few times. I did, when I tasted my potato a while ago, it was salty. But I'm fixing to add my pepper in here before I stir it anymore. And let me taste one potato just to make sure. Oh, that's not a potato, that's an egg. I think I will add just a little bit of salt. I'm gonna do my pepper because I want it in chunks. This is not a cream potato salad. Now then, let's put another thing of mayo in it because I can tell it needs it. All right, let's try that. Just gently go down to the bottom and fold it over till everything is coated. And I'm going to put this in a pretty bowl. You don't want to serve stuff in an ugly bowl. This isn't an ugly bowl right here, but it's a cooking bowl. All right, let's try it. I like to eat potato salad sometimes with and it's just my meal. In other words, I'm just going to eat potato salad and that's it. I think we need, I'm just looking in here, it needs a few more pickles, y'all. I don't think we had, it doesn't look like enough to me. Let me get out a clean fork. The reason I'm using a fork is because I don't want the pickle juice in there. Let's get another big thing of pickles and kind of do it around in it because I just don't think it had enough. Potato salad is real good when you're having barbecue too, y'all. All right, that looks good. We needed that, didn't we? Okay. Now then, let's taste it, y'all. I dropped that. You put it back in there. Let's get us a. I like to eat mine with a cracker, so I'm going to get out another cracker. And I'm going to taste it, and then I'm going to put it in a pretty bowl. I've got one of Granny's bowls that was George's Granny. I might can do that. We'll put it in that bowl. It's real pretty. Okay, where's my fork? Pickle fork. I'll just use it. It's so good. And, you know, this is good just if this is all you had for supper, was just a good potato salad. Have you got the stuff to go in it tonight? Have you? Let me go get my bowl. This is the bowl I'm going to use. It's that pretty green. This used to come in pink, green, blue, amber, and clear. I can't think of the name of the glass, and I know y'all know it. Help me out, would you? All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to put it in this beautiful bowl that was Miss Gantt's. I'm going to take this bowl, and I'm going to put about 2 spoonfuls in it, because this is going to be my supper. And I'll eat it later. This other is for tomorrow. I'm fixing to put this in the refrigerator and let it get cold. Cover it up real good. And it will be delicious tomorrow for our meal. Okay? Don't smash it down, just fluff it around real pretty. All right, I'm gonna put this glass, it's depression glass. But anyway, it holds your plastic wrap just super good. It's almost like it is really, really sealed in there. So if you're making something to go to a church or a Sunday lunch or something, you can pull that over there like that and pull it real tight, and I'm telling you, it's almost like it's invisible. You want to just stick your spoon down in there and get some more out. But it holds real good. All right, there it is. And I'm going to put this in the refrigerator for tomorrow, and we're done with our salad. Mama always said, honey, when you're cooking for a crowd, make your salad ahead of time, your dessert ahead of time, your drink ahead of time. And then on the day that you serve them, all you got to do is cook your meat and a couple of vegetables, and you got it, darling. And she would also set her table the night before. And y'all know I use cloth napkins. For you new followers, I don't waste my money on paper napkins. We just use cloth napkins. I throw them in the wash, and it's great. And the first time you wash them, you want the kind that's cotton, okay? Because they're the best, just cotton. The first time you wash them, they'll be kind of wrinkled when you take them out. You got to kind of smooth them out. But the more you wash them, the softer they get. Y'all have a great day. Make you some potato salad and be thankful. Love you. Bye-bye.